Nobody expected the Eagles and Cowboys opener to come with this much drama before a single snap. Just days ago, questions hung over injured starters, hidden lineup choices, and surprise returns. Now the stage is set for a night that feels less like Week 1 and more like a playoff fight. Philadelphia tried to play it quiet, holding back decisions on who takes the field. Dallas, on the other hand, shocked everyone by rushing key names back into action. Both moves raised the stakes, leaving fans guessing who truly holds the edge. This is not a game either side can treat lightly. Rivalry always adds fire, but this year the opener could shape the division from the very start. The margin is razor thin, and one swing in momentum could decide how this story begins. For the Eagles, it's about protecting home turf. For the Cowboys, it's about proving they're not chasing shadows. That collision makes this kickoff the kind of night where every hit, every drive, and every mistake matters. And all of it starts with one hidden factor: health on both sides of the ball. Don't forget to subscribe to Red Zone Report for more powerful NFL stories. The biggest shock heading into this game is not who is calling plays or who wins matchups. It's who is even able to walk on the field. Just weeks ago, Landon Dickerson was recovering from knee surgery, and Trayvon Diggs was thought to be aiming for a later return. Now both are cleared, and both are ready. That changes everything. Dickerson's presence gives the Eagles line a boost they could not afford to lose. Protecting Jalen Hurts is always the first mission, and having him back at guard restores stability that was missing in camp. For a team that leans on balance and control, his clearance is more than just good news. It's security at the most important spot. Across the field, Dallas gets an unexpected weapon of its own. Diggs stepping back into the secondary adds star power to a defense already built on speed and aggression. For the Cowboys, it's not just about what he brings in coverage. It's the confidence his return spreads across the locker room, a belief that their defense is whole again. This opener will test every inch of strength both teams can muster. The offensive and defensive lines are where rivalries get settled, and the return of these names means no side can lean on excuses. The first snap will feel like a statement, not a warm-up. And the next mystery falls on the Eagles' defense, where the biggest secret has been hiding all summer. For weeks, the Eagles have played coy about their secondary, refusing to name who would step in at corner. The silence only fueled more speculation, but the truth is already clear. Adoree Jackson has claimed the spot, and everyone inside the building knows it. The only surprise is why the team tried so hard to keep it quiet. The real question is not who starts, but who takes on the toughest task of the night. CeeDee Lamb has shredded defenses before, and the memory of his big games against Philadelphia is still fresh. That is why all eyes turn to rookie Quinion Mitchell, the player most likely to shadow Lamb when the game begins. This matchup could decide more than one drive. If Mitchell holds his ground, the Cowboys lose their comfort zone. If he slips, Dallas gains the rhythm they need to control the night. For a rookie, the pressure is massive, but these are the moments where reputations are made. Behind them, depth players like Jacorian Bennett wait for their chance, but the leash will not be short. Coaches want stability, not panic switches. That puts the spotlight directly on the starters, forcing them to carry the load without hesitation. And while corners face their test, another group in the secondary is already bracing for its own trial. The Eagles will lean on young faces in the secondary, and that comes with risk under bright lights. Siney Brown is set to open at safety, but his role may shift as the night wears on. Coaches have hinted at mixing packages, showing that trust is earned play by play, not given in advance. Drew Makuba steps into an even bigger challenge. Training camp was stop and start for him with injuries holding him back, but now he is healthy and placed in a role that will test his preparation. For a rookie, there is no easing in when the first game is against Dallas. He must prove he can handle speed, pressure, and responsibility all at once. This defense knows the Cowboys will not wait. Dak Prescott will test the middle of the field early, trying to force mistakes from players still learning their spots. For rookies, every snap is an audition, and every misstep can be punished instantly. That reality makes this test even sharper. The benefit is that early challenges create faster growth. If Brown and Makuba show poise, it gives the Eagles confidence in their depths moving forward. If not, the defense may scramble to patch holes against one of the league's most dangerous passing attacks. And just as fans focus on the rookies, a different storm is brewing around the ceremony that waits before kickoff. The Eagles will walk into their opener with a Super Bowl banner set to drop above the crowd. For many fans, it's a moment of celebration. For the team, it's nothing more than noise. Nick Sirianni downplayed the event, making it clear his players won't stand on the field to watch. That choice sparked headlines, as if skipping the moment was a scandal. But history shows this is nothing unusual. Most champions let the owners handle ceremonies, while players stay locked in behind the tunnel. The focus is always on the game that follows, not the flag that hangs. Inside the locker room, the message has been sharp. Last year is over. Players talk about contribution over credit, keeping their eyes forward instead of reliving old glory. For veterans, it's a reminder to set the tone. For new arrivals, it clears the air that this season carries its own weight. The real banner is the one nobody sees yet, the chase for another title. That is why the Eagles are treating the ceremony like background noise. Winning the opener is the only statement they want to make in front of the home crowd. And that urgency flows straight into the plan drawn by Vic Fangio, who knows how costly slow starts have been in the past. The Eagles know their biggest weakness in past openers has been starting slow. Last year, the defense gave up big plays early, forcing the offense to bail them out. That memory is fresh, and Vic Fangio has made it clear this season must begin differently. Fangio's approach is simple but sharp. Fewer risks, cleaner execution, and trust in the basics. He admitted that last year's coaches put too much on the players too soon, leading to confusion and breakdowns. This time, the plan is to keep the defense steady, limit mistakes, and make Dallas earn every yard. The Cowboys' offense offers the perfect first test. With Dak, Lamb, and a deep set of weapons, they thrive on rhythm. If the Eagles' defense hesitates, Dallas will seize control. Fangio's challenge is to cut that rhythm before it begins and set the tone that Philadelphia won't bend. For players, the message is clear. There are no excuses on opening night, no time for rust. The defense must show it learned from the past and can set the standard from the first whistle. And while the system matters, the spotlight shifts to the two stars who carry the offense and hold the keys to everything. The Eagles enter this opener with two names carrying the weight of the offense, Jalen Hurts and Saquon Barkley. Hurts comes in with the calm of a champion, a quarterback who has already proven he can handle the biggest stage. Barkley arrives with something to prove, ready to silence every prediction of a slump after his record season. For Hurts, the pressure feels different now. He already has the ring, which means he plays with freedom instead of fear. Reports close to him say his mindset is sharper and more relaxed than ever. That change could push his game to a higher level, and the thought of that should worry every defense in the league. Barkley's role is just as important.
I hope not. I don't foresee that. I think that's overplayed a little bit, what happened those first 4 weeks, but no, I think we're ready to go because we still have a lot of guys that were here last year and guys that we expect to be improved from last year. I just think, the first game last year, we probably did too much as coaches schematically, which somewhat was my fault. Gave up too many big plays because of things we weren't playing correctly. It was more so than execution. It was execution, but we shouldn't have been playing them that early. I had too much confidence in what I thought they knew in that first game. The second game, we just didn't play the run well. The third game, I thought we played great. And then the fourth game, our entire team just got slaughtered. So, and then I think the fifth game, we had a game come down to the wire against, I think it was Cleveland. Yeah. So, it's there. I'm not saying it wasn't, but it wasn't like all of a sudden a light went on.